Shalom, shalom, Islam, Hotep, Assalamu alaikum, mashallah. For today, I'm going to do a quick reading, Sunday reading for today from this book called The Black Indians. The poem that I posted, I didn't know it would have been so controversy, but there was many topic that rised, and I just want to kind of clear the airwaves, so to speak, on certain topics that was discussed in my comics section. All right, so I'm gonna read from this book, The Black Indians, on page 12 and 13. All right, so it says, for their audacity, black Indians faced a repression more ruthlessly cruel than any King George III imposed on their original 13 colonies. They were forced to carry on the longest, bloodiest battle for freedom in the Western Hemisphere. Repeatedly, they persuaded Europeans it was wiser to grant them independence, sovereignty, and liberty than to continue wars. This is the, so-called Indians, of course. European powers often learned this lesson late, after they had wasted lives and fortunes on the idea that these free colonies could be easily destroyed. Maroon wars outlasted the endless conflicts between rival European states. Neither side gave nor asked any quarter, and prisoners were few. For their part, Maroons, even when captured and facing a terrible death, tried to protect their villages. More than a century ago, a British report from Belém, Brazil, described how a captive Negro gave such an account of the difficulties and dangers of the journey of his settlement, and that 33 out of the 40 foreign soldiers refused to accompany their captain. All right, so there was always rebellion, there was always resistance from our ancestors, from the Indians, if you will, or from the natives, from the Moors, from the Muslims that was also captured. You know what I'm saying? All of us have a interconnection between one another. You know what I'm saying? So let me read on. To prevent Africans and Native Americans from uniting, Europeans played skillfully on racial differences and ethnic rivalries. They kept the pot of animosity boiling. Whites turned Indians into slave hunters and slave owners, and Africans into Indian fighters. Light-skinned Africans were pitted against dark-skinned, free against enslaved, black Indians against pure Africans or pure Indians. All right, so even from the 18th and 17th centuries, they always use the mathematical sequence of divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? And they still using it today, because they knew back then and they know now that once we unite on our commonality instead of focusing on our differences, yes, we're going to have differences, but we have more in common than we do different. So once we organize, galvanize, and felicitate our commonality, we are stronger together than we are separated. They know that, but we don't. Still, we pray and we criticize each other off of our differences, off of our facial differences or for our ethnic differences. But yet, again, as I stated earlier, we are interconnected and intertwined more so than ever. You know what I'm saying? So let there be unity. Let there be peace. But there can't be peace unless there's freedom. There can't be freedom unless we are united. Unless we are united. And don't get confused with the word uniformity and unity. They are two different words. They mean two different things. You can still have your religion. You can still have your spirituality. But the goal is the same. That's unity. You know what I'm saying? Within the word unity, we have units. Unit is a force. Unit is a structure. We need that in order to advance and progress as a people. All right, family? So, as I greeted you on this Sunday evening, I leave you in the greeting words of peace, shalom, shalom, hotep, Islam, assalamu alaikum.